cup and everything.
I know.
I poured out your used coffee into this coffee, but
Well,
then I put new coffee in too, so that you have right coffee.
You are so good to me.
I know.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello. Back again, like a bad penny. We keep turning up.
Yeah, we do keep turning back up again.
You know.
Welcome to Flock Around the Table. We're here in Indiana, where the weather is turned a little fall-like.
Yeah,
it's so nice this morning. Oh my gosh,
it's 64 degrees.
Yeah.
No, Siri, I didn't want you. Sorry.
So anyway, I'm Mika.
I'm Sue.
I'm Deb. How are you? And actually, this is Saturday, but it's going to be Sunday.
No, it'll be Sunday when we upload.
It's Sunday, so it's
it's
Sunday
Sunday for you.
Yeah.
And episode number
11.
Double digit. Can't believe we've actually gotten that far. That's so amazing.
So if you've been hanging with us all
We're
along,
a preteen.
thank you so much.
A preteen.
We're a preteen.
Oh, jeez. We're a tweener?
We're a tween.
Oh, yay. I haven't done that in 100 years.
Yeah, me too.
And if you're new to our episode, this is exactly what you're going to get.
Silly banter. We have lots of silly banter.
And we do talk a little bit about knitting, but not like we talk about what we do.
Yeah.
And
and
pretty
if
basic.
we cut out, thank you for doing it. Subscribe, watch.
Hit the bell, notification, all that junk.
All that stuff, because sometimes that little button over there doesn't, it's right there. See,
it doesn't like
me. If you see this button and
no,
it
they
goes
can't
off.
see
They can't see the button.
I'm sorry.
Have you watched our episodes?
Yeah, I don't think. But I have a button on mine, but I think it's just my button.
I had put a subscribe button down on the bottom where you could click on that and automatically subscribe, which makes it really easy for you guys.
Yeah. We want it to be easy because we're pretty simple people.
She's our technical dudette. So anyway, if I
dudette, our tween.
Oh, I like that. I'm a tween now. When someone says, "What are you doing now?" I'm tweening this week. Yeah, I'm tweening because I leave Sunday.
Sounds a little vulgar.
So this morning I decided that, we eat breakfast before we do this.
Mm-hmm.
And they never get to see what we eat.
Oh, that's true. They don't.
So I'm going to start putting pictures of what we eat for breakfast on Instagram so that you guys can see what we eat for breakfast.
And if you need the recipe of something that she's made for us,
you can just ask.
You can just ask. Because like today we had the best soft-boiled egg.
Yeah.
I think I've had in a really,
wonderful
really long
fresh
time.
fruit.
Fresh fruit. We haven't had the coffee cake yet. That's over here.
No, that's for dessert for later.
Yeah. But wait, I can show them the coffee cake so they can see how pretty the coffee cake is that we're going to eat, and their mouths are watering. Now look
for later.
Isn't that good?
Yum.
Sour
cream.
There you go.
So you can say sourdough.
I was going to say sourdough, but that's not right. So anyway, we'll enjoy that afterwards with the fresh coffee and everything. So how are you guys? What did you do this week? Anything? You guys doing anything important? How about you? Did you do anything important this week?
Oh, I have to tell my Alexa story.
I know. She has the ultimate of stories here. This is amazing. I love it.
Okay. What happened was I was watching television, and any of you who have an Alexa in your home know that from time to time, the Alexa will turn on and say, "I didn't understand your question," or some bizarre abstract thing.
Well, because I hate when the commercials say something with that name. I'm not going to say it because I have one over here myself. So,
that may be turning on
if we say her name, she's probably going to say something. But there's too many commercials now that have.
Well, and whatever happened, my Alexa turned on, and she started demonstrating different kinds of farts. Who knew? She said, "This is a loud one," and then she made a really loud farting sound. And then she said, "This is a soft one." And then she made a real
You
soft.
obviously had to say something, or she heard something on TV that she interpreted as fart.
I was quietly knitting.
Did you hear this twice or something? Maybe you indicated.
And then she said, "Would you like to hear a juicy one?" And I said, "No."
No, she wouldn't stop.
Well, maybe she
she
felt
wouldn't
bad
stop.
that you were by yourself and didn't have,
I don't know.
a Jamie next to you who
would have demonstrated?
would have
in person.
demonstrated in person for you.
It was so bizarre, and I actually had to turn to her and say, "Alexa, stop." She just kept going, and then she said, "Okay."
Oh my God! I need to ask mine to do that for me because
Yes,
I just need
you do.
I need the full demonstration.
It was. I was
It's
so
funny.
dumbfounded. I mean, it's funny now, but I was
think
like,
it's hysterical.
yeah, it was very, a very bizarre experience. So be careful what you say in your living room if you have a she who shall not be named.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, it's kind of like Voldemort.
What?
I'm sorry for
Harry
the
Potter.
non-Harry Potter person, but
Okay.
you're not supposed to say Voldemort.
It's Baltimore.
No, he's the
villain.
really bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
Oh, so there's a bad guy in that?
Oh yeah. Of
Okay,
course,
then
there's a bad guy.
I can watch it because I love bad guys.
He's the evil bad guy.
I love
Oh.
villains. They're my favorite.
He's like his animal caricature is this hissing snake.
That's sort of like Ka from the Jungle Book.
Yes.
So
I love villains.
Yeah.
anyway, that's my Alexa story for the week. Hopefully, I don't know if she does it again or not. I don't know.
You have to have done
her.
something.
You're gonna have to ask her to give you all sorts of demonstrations of different things for you.
I will
now because
You have my hair on you.
Well, it could be mine.
No,
It's short.
it's short and white. It's mine.
Okay, so Miss Mika here
Mhm.
walked in today with this, and
Yes.
I said,
Oceans.
For Ocean.
For Ocean, and I said, well, I'm just going to open this up with you guys.
Four Oceans is a company that makes jewelry out of stuff they pull out of the ocean.
Yeah, they pull plastic out of the ocean,
And
And they make fabulous things.
They really do. They make really
and
cool
they
little
package it
bracelets.
real
And
carefully.
this is not sponsored by Four Oceans, but if Four Oceans is out there,
And they
let me
see
know.
us walking on the table.
Yeah, each item you buy pulls another pound from a pound of whatever from the ocean.
Every Four Oceans bracelet purchase pulls 1 pound of trash from the oceans and coastlines.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh,
Look at that!
And see that's
Look at.
yeah, it's the braided bracelet. They have beaded ones as well, and this one is for the whale shark.
oh,
I
neat.
like the whale shark. Get rid of that.
Yeah, there it goes.
I've scuba dived with whale sharks.
Really?
Whale sharks are really cool.
Yeah, they
I think I would be petrified if I was right next to one.
in the.
Oh, I would.
Well, they eat plankton, and obviously
well,
I'm bigger than plankton. But in
Well, I get that, but
in the
See, I'd probably drown because if I bumped into something or if I came around the
my
corner and
God.
said, "Oh, excuse me,"
I would have a heart attack.
and then there would go my regulator, and I'd be like bubbling to
Would
the
you?
top.
yeah.
Thanks.
I was in the Philippines and I got to swim with the whale sharks. It was
Oh,
very cool,
fun.
and it was good because, yeah, they just kind of blub around, and I did too, and we all got along fine.
I did at Disney once back in the day. There was about 2 inches of plexiglass between us, but I swam up here and the sharks were down here.
Thank you, honey.
That's whale sharks.
Isn't that cute? Yay!
And see,
Awesome.
I've got some, and I wear them all the time. They go in and out of the shower really well. So
Cool. Fabulous.
I have one, but I always forget to put it on, and because I always have this on because in case
I have
fall.
bought several. My grandchildren have some, and
They're great little gifts, and there's something thoughtful to hand.
Well, yeah,
they're
there's
not
a-
expensive, and you're doing something.
yeah,
And everybody loves fish. I mean, not everybody, but I'd say 99.9992%
we need to
of
save the
people
oceans.
would be are good with the ocean and fish and stuff. So it's a nice little
Yeah,
gift to give out to, and they're not, like I said, they're not expensive.
not at all.
And they're very thoughtful, and we're doing something for the environment, which is really
Right.
good.
It's a win-win.
We should. Yeah.
It's a win-win.
It's
Win-win-win.
and that looks good.
So thanks, Miss Mika.
You're welcome,
Yay.
my dear.
You have a whale shark. Fun.
Right.
Neato.
So,
Awesome.
oh, I have a finished object.
Stop it. Oh, you do have one.
That's right. Look, she's
It's
wearing it.
it's around her neck. Of course she's got a finished object. It's right there.
And normally we forget on these cool days to put things on because
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
this
even think
is
about it.
the pattern is.
You notice how we always do this? Hey, Sue!
Yeah. Can you see me through it?
We always kind of cover you up.
And
That's
it's-
okay. I'm in the middle, so I
And
get.
then we can put it around you.
Oh, God, more hair. It's Woollsia, Wollsia is the pattern.
Ambah O'Brien.
Woollsia by Ambah O'Brien.
And she's Australian.
And this was made with 12 mini skeins from Leading Men.
Do we have this the right way, or is this backwards?
I really did a wonderful job of tying in ends, and you
Let's
can't
do
tell.
it this way. Let's look at it this way.
See?
Same thing.
Same
Okay.
thing.
But
Either way.
super easy. And it was one of those things
This is
where
the front.
my minis were bigger than the average mini, so I ended up adding more rows than it really called for. So it's a little bigger than it might have
Don't
been.
mind me while I just put this thing on.
Oh, you're
It's
fine.
really neat. It's so pretty. She's one of my favorite designers. I
Yeah.
really enjoy her designs. Her sweaters are nice, but she stops them here because she can wear a crop sweater. She has the body for it. Because she models a lot.
Well,
of
I
that
do
stuff.
too, big, but there's going to be a lot hanging out.
Yeah, that's true. Me too. So, and she's
What-
done some hats.
What yarn did you do this in?
Fingering.
This is
you sure?
Leading Men.
Oh, it's Leading Men.
minis, fingering weight,
Okay.
and I just, yeah. And I tried to fade it, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But it will go with anything because
You know what would be good with this is as you finish a project, you could pick this up and put another section on it.
Use
Do
the
your
fiddly
fiddly
bits.
put it down, and then go off and make your mittens or your hat or whatever. And always kind of have this in between projects.
for the
and
leftovers.
ongoing
for
one.
leftovers, and you could even pick like maybe a main color to put in between if you wanted to. But I think it's a wonderful pattern.
Well, it would be a good one for
a social knit because didn't you?
a
learn it?
social knit,
Yeah.
like our scarf, because all the different colors in it.
It could represent someone else's section
Yeah.
as they go on. I want to do the first section.
The one where it's just like 12 stitches across.
I get those done really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, and then after a while, you just kind of go. That's where I'm at with my painted brick. I mean, now we're near with my painted, but I know I'm going to get that way at the end.
Why don't you show your painted brick hat?
Yes.
Or your painted brick?
Actually, I'm going to show my painted brick shawls because I'm going to have you guys hold me responsible.
Oh, you guys need
Good
to hold
luck.
her responsible because her and I,
She and I are.
we don't do anything to,
No, we just
It's-
kind of let it go.
Yeah,
It's not.
They say they're going to help me, but they never do. I mean, that's what
Well,
friends are.
we can say
anyway.
something to you and you just go, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
It just kind of goes in one
one
ear
ear.
and right out the other.
Exactly.
Well, you don't tell me to put an earplug in and then it'll stay. If you have something important, just stick an earplug. Stick your finger in my ear.
I'll
No!
put. What, Willie?
Anyway. So as you know, I've been working on the painted bricks. Stephen Left is one of my favorites. Well, this is mine so far. As you can see, I only
The
have
shawl.
6 colors
The
on the
painted brick
shawl.
shawl.
This is the shawl. And so I'm taking with me on vacation when I go to Disney, and so that when you see it, it's going to be so much bigger when I get done next week. So you guys will be. I'm going to be. You'll see. I'll be on the second color. Of
on the
every-
second color.
When you're gone, I want daily photos of your progress on that.
I'm not going to use it every day.
Then
I don't
it's not
care.
going to be done.
No.
I don't care.
All right.
I want daily photos sent to me.
Okay, I'll get sent daily photos. As soon as I figure out how to do it. But
Do
I
what,
did
photos?
have a
Do
question.
what? Take a photo and send it to me?
Yeah, I can send it to you and then you can post it because I still haven't figured out
Just
how to
send
get
it. Just send it to me.
But I do have a question for you guys. Would you repeat the colors? Okay, now I've only used 6, so I have 6 more. Would you repeat them as you go along in the same order, or would you keep being random?
I would repeat them in the same order.
I would repeat them in the same order.
Okay.
But I could see where just a random would be kind of interesting too.
Okay.
Don't give her an option. Repeat them in the same order.
Yeah,
Okay.
repeat them in the same damn order.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to
Same
do.
damn
So when you
order.
see
Same
me,
damn order.
you won't see me next week, but you'll see me in 2 weeks, and then I will show you what I've done.
We may
Penny
have a
Bricks.
guest next week. I'm not sure.
We're gonna
Anybody
see.
want to volunteer?
Because I'm going to Disney and I'll be back, but I'm going to quarantine at home for a few days when I get back, just to make sure.
Yeah,
you
keep
know,
her germs to herself.
keep my germs to myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm sure I'll bring a few back with me from Florida, and they might be different than the ones that are here. So we'll have to see.
I don't need any gator germs.
Why? Gator germs are great. Do you know one time I was out on the golf course when I was in my exercise world, and I'm going along, and I hear this in the water. I was running around a water trap and heading back, and I hear this splish. And I look over, and there's a ripple going through it, and I thought, oh, they got fishies out here.
Yeah, no, they got alligators out there.
Yeah, until I went around the water, and I came around the tee, and I'm coming around on this side. Well, he decided he was going to come out, and he's laying on his back with his feet up like this. I don't know if he was drying his privates or whatever, but he's like laying like this in the middle of the
was
road.
sunning.
Okay, and I'm like, okay, no, how am I? And I stop, like, and I didn't know what to do because I came around like this corner, and he was right there. I mean, I was less than 10 feet from him, and then you can't tell if
Well,
you're
I would
breathing.
say you get the flock out of there because
I did.
Jump over him. and
No,
run.
No, don't get that close. No,
I
no.
went back the other way, and there was and they clear the course. They technically don't want runners out there, but they just tell you, hey, take the shortcut back, get off
Yeah.
because they're teeing off, right? And so I said, there's an alligator over there, and he got on his little walkie-talkie, and he said, there was a code for it, like I can't remember, like alligator
Code
272,
59.
which means that they could send. And I said, I looked at him, and he goes, they're going to send the truck out to move him.
Yeah.
And I'm
To
like,
get him
well, where
moved.
the flying flockabirds are you going to put him? He just walks right back,
Oh my gosh, flying flock of birds. You just said flying flock of birds. That was awesome. What the flying flock of birds?
So anyway, it's just like, what do you do with this alligator that's there, I'd be like, no way, But I guess when you golf in Florida, they show up on the golf
yeah.
courses all the time.
Well, yeah, and I have to correct you. You said water trap.
Oh.
It's a sand trap and a water hazard
Oh, okay. Well, I
on a
know
golf
my word.
course.
Well, to me,
But
they're
yes,
the
when
same.
there's water in on a golf course and in where there's alligators, they will be.
Well, with an
there.
alligator in it is a water trap.
Yeah, see, then
It's an
it is.
alligator
Yay,
trap.
Thank you. I
You're
knew I
welcome,
like
you're
her as a
welcome.
friend.
Come
Oh,
from
and hi,
that
Ryan.
golf. I come from that golf world, so.
Hi,
yes.
Ryan.
Oh, hi, Ryan.
Ryan.
Almost forgot.
Yeah, we almost forgot. We have to say, Ryan is your grandson that we say hello to every Sunday.
Yeah, because he's special.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, no, I don't want a princess wave. So we went this. So, and so that's it. So I won't be here. So hopefully maybe they'll have a guest person.
Very
Or
We
they can
may wing it.
Yeah, or
It
they
may be just
wing-
the two of
no,
us. We
the
might
two.
just be talking Alexa farts. I don't know.
We can have Alexa come on
Oh,
and
yeah,
demonstrate.
she didn't come
Listen,
on.
we
Good.
went to dinner last night, and I didn't have baked beans, and they make really good baked beans, so that we wouldn't have real farts during this show. I
Thank
thought
you.
of you guys, honestly.
Oh.
You're so kind.
That was
Well,
nice
I
of
did
you.
have some onion straws, so there could be a few escapes, but no,
Jeez.
no,
No
baked
guarantees.
beans. No baked beans.
No
'Cause
baked
those,
beans.
believe me, they rush. I mean, that's what they're made for. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the purpose of baked beans.
Well, I want to
be
get this.
farts.
I want to get this out
Oh,
from
she
in
wants
front of
to
me
put it in
because
her-
I can't do anything on it at the moment.
Yeah, I
So-
tried doing a little on mine, but
No, I
had a
can't.
count.
But so I'm doing the Painted Bricks hat, but I'm doing it in worsted weight, a little
Mhm.
different than the pattern suggests, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to alter the pattern because at this point,
Isn't that great? Isn't that a neat look?
I'm gonna have to decrease, which is way sooner than what the pattern calls for. So I'm gonna have to figure out I'm gonna have to do a little bit of math.
Oh.
You
I
love
know it's my favorite subject. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of math and probably find some size 8 double points, which I don't know if I have.
Mm.
At any rate, yeah. So I'm probably
This is a Rhinebeck hat.
this is our Rhinebeck hat. So
Which
I
we'll wear on a
probably
Sunday.
will
That would be
stocking
Rhinebeck.
at the rest of it with pink and then put a big purple pom-pom on the top
That'd
of
be
it.
nice.
We'll see.
And as you know, I've also been doing the painted bricks hat. And this is what mine's looking like. I'm
Isn't
on
that
the deep
beautiful?
crisp.
Isn't that awesome?
Isn't that awesome?
Hers is true to pattern with a DK.
Yep, this is Leading Men DK, and it's their navy blue. And this is from England. It's just a neon wool, wild wool is where I got it from on Etsy. And I think I should have enough. And I think what I'm going to do, or I thought I would do another one and then put these little stitch markers they gave me and forgot all about it. But Micah came up with a great idea. There you go. I just want to get in the middle of it. I just want to get in the screen to show you all.
Yeah, I know, but you're always over on the right-hand side, and that's
Micah
off camera.
came up with a really good idea. Put it in the pom-pom. Or string them on the pom-pom or on a tassel at the end of my hat. So when I get it done, you guys might have to weigh in on that too. You know, sorry, you didn't realize you're going to have to work when you watch this show.
Yeah, you have to work a little bit.
A little bit.
Give us some insight.
Well, you need outside opinions because I can't always trust the opinions I get from the inside.
Inside of your head.
Well,
They
Yeah, all
don't
those
always-
voices.
don't always work.
We had talked. Christy Glass is doing a Rhinebeck sweater video thing, and I thought it would be good if we
It's a tradition for
if
Rhinebeck.
we all knit a Rhinebeck sweater. But it was pointed out to me that none of us want to knit a sweater,
or would get it done in
or
time
would get
for
it done
Rhinebeck.
by October. So we're doing hats. We're doing the painted brick hat, and you've seen Sue's and Deb's, and I'm way at the basics. I got yarn.
She got
Barbara, this is what I'm talking about.
Barbara from Barbara Knits, or as we like to call her, Barbara.
Barbara.
Or should we she needs your podcast because
I'll watch Barbara, I promise.
Watch her last video, Miss
this
Queen.
one is trying to mix yarn.
I have done that before to a limited degree of success, and it was totally inadvertent. I had ordered yarn, and I ordered it by color, not realizing that I ended up with 3 different weights. And I made a shawl, and I'm not sure where it is. Someday we'll show the shawl. It was really very vibrant, but
Was that the one with the green in it?
it had but the different weights were really difficult to block.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I ordered yarn to make the Painted Bricks hat, and I got DK. I got it from Knit Picks, and I got DK black, and then I got these wonderful minis.
Pretty, aren't these nice?
Aren't
nice
those pretty?
baby?
Don't you think they'll do well? Oops,
They will. They'll
With
be really
black?
nice with the black.
I think it'll look really nice.
But
Go ahead.
go ahead. I wanted
No,
to
by
just-
all means, let Micah explain.
I, in my mind, had ordered DK, but when they came, both of these were saying, "Oh, you got fingering," and I said, "No, I didn't. I got DK. I'm sure I got DK. That was my whole intention." And lo and behold, they're fingering.
These are fingering. This is DK. And I also want to find out. I'm curious. Can I open your package?
Yeah. I don't know. Can you?
Oh, it's not a zippy tie.
Here, wait,
Why
I
is
got
it
this.
not a zippy?
Do
I
have
don't
scissors?
know.
Here, I have
I just
scissors.
want to pull one. Oh wait, maybe it says it on the front here. No, it doesn't say. Because I paid attention, Miss Barbara.
Apparently, I don't.
I paid attention. I actually learned some very cool things
Like what?
from her last. You can just watch her video.
I got a whole list for the airport. Because Mikey says even though nobody's flying, like going out, he figures the airport's going to be less, but he still wants me to get to the airport by 6:30.
Well, at least she has one thing correct, right, Barbara? They're both 3-ply.
Well, yay!
Dumb luck.
They are both 3-ply.
Well, and actually, you could probably just use, this is 70 wool and 30 silk. If you use a 5, you could actually probably just use it. It would just be a little more open, don't you think? I mean, this might be a little looser.
I'm not. She would have no.
No.
I mean, okay, so you could do
No.
it. You could do it. By all means, you could do it.
Watch Barbara.
You're gonna get a different look and feel. I mean, kind of like I did it in worsted and alter the pattern because of that. But I didn't mix fibers. Both of mine are.
Or what you could
Both
do
of mine are worsted.
is you could be a really
You'd be a complete rebel.
a rebel, and you could be a designer, and you could just
she is.
take some dark fingering weight and add 26
You know what I
stitches and
could
just
do?
do the whole thing in fingering.
You know what I could do?
What?
I've got some really nice, I think it's, not alpaca, the baby alpaca.
You
It's
mean like
shabooey.
mohair?
Yeah, it's like mohair, but it's not mohair, it's
Like
the other.
baby yak stuff.
Yeah.
No, this is baby yak. Whatever.
Anyway, it's fuzzy stuff. And I could hold that, it's a gray, but I could hold that with these
the
colors.
fingering.
With
That
the
would do it.
fingering.
That
And
would
it would
help. That would
probably
add-
give you
It would
the.
probably be stunning.
It would
It would be stunning.
Stunning.
We'll see.
It's just wicked
The rebel in
awesome.
me wants to just go ahead and knit it, just as it is.
Well,
But
I think you
that
should.
wasn't my intention.
Her intention was that they were both DK.
My intention was they were both going to be DK. So
They were. Well, in
You
your head,
knew.
it was DK.
in my head it was. Maybe
Well, and you
if I never
probably-
would have shown you this stuff, I would have put
You
it
would have
together.
just knit it.
You would have just knitted
would've
it. It
just
would
knit
have probably
it.
looked out just fine.
And then you would have been like, why are the color stitches?
Why are they so
Why
different?
are they so much
Yeah.
Well,
bigger?
how come I have such wide spaces on mine and you don't? Every time I put it on, I get a breeze. Well, yeah, it's because you've got an open knit, you know.
Oh my gosh.
But
See,
All
Barbara?
right, this is the grief I get.
so
I
if you
tried.
want to, and if you want to learn about fibers, go see Barbara Knits,
Yeah.
and you can watch. She's got some great other ones anyway.
She has fabulous.
And just so that for new people, we call her Bat Barbara because
Bat bra, because
Because,
of a
Typo.
faux pas typo.
it was one of the only times that autocorrect didn't fix it.
Autocorrect.
Or
Autocorrect thought that there was such a
bat and a
creature
bra.
with a.
A bat and a bra.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think
I
that's
don't
kind of what happened. And she's like, oh, go into and watch it. So both of us are
Yeah,
typing
I
the
texted
search
it to
Yeah.
him.
at YouTube going, bat bra.
Bat
well, maybe
bra?
she meant
There's
bat
no
or bra
YouTube
bat
channel
or.
that's bat bra.
Yeah, and then she's like, no, it's. And I said, well, I got one that says Barbara Knits. And
Watch
she's
Barbara
like,
knit.
she goes, yeah, that's it. That's what I said. And we're like,
No,
no, that's not what you said. You
That's what
know,
I said in my mind.
I'm one of
That's
these
what
that.
counts.
That's
If you
like
tell
my
me-
yarn. That's
If you
what I
tell me to go to
Yeah,
some
that's what you
spot,
said in
in
your
my
mind.
mind.
In
Yeah.
my mind, that's supposed to be DK.
Or when you clicked on it, you didn't go to the option part to pick.
To
It
click
automatically goes to fingering unless you tell it something
Yeah.
else.
I
Because
was
some of
on
them
a
are that way.
page that said DK.
Yeah,
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was looking for DK yarn. I told it I was looking for DK yarn.
Well, check your,
Well,
your
it doesn't-
order and
Maybe
then
they
call
sent
them
you the
up
wrong
and
thing.
say, "Hey, you sent me the wrong thing," and they'll send you the right thing.
Possible.
I mean, it's going to take you a while to do this unless you just. I mean, how many
Unless
ever
you can
inches you want?
Run through that.
Your knit to purl to.
Yeah. The ribbing.
See, this was wonderful.
I've got Caitlin's poncho I'm working
Yeah.
on, so I can play with that. I found a new yarn dyer for me,
Oh, cool.
and it's one that everybody in the world knows about except me, and it's spun right round.
Spun right round.
Spun right round, and I got on her website.
I love their name.
I do
I
too.
do too. And started looking, could not decide on the color choices. There were so many different color combinations to get. And I ended up with this, which is 100% superwash merino. The colorway is spaced out.
What
kind of
That's a good lead in,
That's
isn't
a
it?
spaced out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
from two different yarn weights to
Yeah,
spaced
yeah.
out.
Anyway.
Spun right round.
This is, I mean, look at the colors in there. Is that not
That
gorgeous?
is cool.
It
And
really is nice.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but aside from fondle it,
But that's what you do. With
but I
it.
can't wait to cake it up and start knitting with it. It's just
Yeah,
going to be
that'd be
so
fun.
much fun.
And we need a good shot of that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check
Spun
them
right
out.
around.
Nice.
Yeah,
yarn.
check them
That's
out. Got the order really quickly. I ordered the first of the week and it was here by Thursday.
Really?
And she's out of New York, so
So she got it in the mail right away.
yeah, she must
Yeah.
have gotten it in the mail right away. So
Well-
and you know how good it is to get squishy mail.
Oh, I love squishy mail.
That was the problem with this. This came in a box.
Oh, that's unheard
What's
of.
up with that?
Yeah. I mean, well, no, Knitpicks does send their stuff in boxes.
Apparently.
Yeah, they do all the time.
And it was just like
How do they come? Do they come like UPS, FedEx, or do they come USPS?
USPS.
Which
It's
would
probably
be,
because they get a flat rate on a
it
box.
could be on a box.
Could be, but it was kind of like disappointing that I couldn't squish it all the way from the mailbox.
They'll send you your needles in a box, and that's all that's in there is that tiny little package of needles
don't
with
you-
all this stuffing on it, and the box is like this big, and I'm like, what the hell did I order this time? Because usually anyway, Amazon and I are best friends, and then I'll open it and I'm like, then I go in my tirade of waste. You know what I mean? Because it's like, how could you do this? I mean, no wonder you're saying you don't make any money on the pay attention to what you're doing.
I'm in shipping for my job.
Yeah, I know.
So when I get something from Amazon or for someplace, and the product you order is this big,
Sure.
you know, it's smaller
Right.
than your fist.
Yeah.
And it comes in a box that I'm like,
They were just too lazy
What
to walk
the-
over and get something else.
I would fire that guy that did that.
Me too.
Like,
Well, and look at what we got the 4Ocean in. Just a big envelope.
Yeah,
Right.
it makes sense.
right.
You know, because that would be thing. But if it was like, and sometimes Amazon's really good. Sometimes I'm not saying
Sometimes
they're
they
not.
are. And I know it's not Amazon.
No, it's just
the
the
guy
person
that,
that's
or the
doing
person
it.
that is actually
Yeah, putting
doing
it
the
in the
shipping.
box.
You know,
right then
and I
there.
always think when I get one of those, it was the very last package that came down the line, and they were tired and they wanted
They
to go
just
home, and
put
they've
it in
already
what
put
the
in, and
box
they
that
just
was
grabbed
closest.
whatever close box that was there,
And then
stuck
lots of
the label on.
plastic bubble things.
Yeah, and so
I wish that stuff was more recyclable.
There is there's
I don't-
popcorn that is biodegradable.
Yeah, no, I've seen that.
Yes.
The stuff that's made out of corn that literally
Yeah.
when it gets wet it disintegrates.
Yeah.
And there is bubble wrap that is made out of
Air?
something, not plastic. That is not plastic.
Yeah.
And so it biodegrades as well.
You know what I noticed, Deb? When we go to breakfast, well, not breakfast, brunch on Wednesday mornings. There's this nice little restaurant in Indianapolis that has outside seating, which has been, you know, with
Our
the COVID,
savior.
with the COVID virus running amok. I just feel safer being outside. Anyway, she always brings a glass of water to the table and straws. And I declined the straw because straws typically end up as waste. But the straws they had were biodegradable. And I hadn't noticed that until just this week.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was, so kudos to them.
Right, and that's another broken egg. It's on North Meridian in Indianapolis. Great place.
Right about 96th Street. Yeah, it is a good place.
Yeah, it is a good place.
And
And,
we
they
have-
have
So at
tons of outside
Wednesday
seating.
at about 10 o'clock,
10:30, yeah.
just show up there.
Yeah,
and
show up
these
and say
two
hi,
will
we'll
have
be there.
breakfast.
Yeah, we'll
with
say
you.
hello.
Except next Wednesday, and you can say, hey,
Yeah.
flock around the table, and we are sitting at a table.
And you'd be like,
and
yep.
it's like, yep, that's us. And
Well, you recognize us because
Hello.
we look just
Right
like
there.
this.
Yeah.
They look just like
there's
this
no
in
difference
person
on
too.
Wednesday. than
No,
there
I may
is
have my
over there.
sunglasses on though.
Yeah, sometimes. And there might be a stain or two on my shirt.
Depends on whether
Depends
we've
on if
eaten
you've
it.
Depends on
eaten
what
or
I'm
not.
Yeah, it depends on what I'm eating. And Mikey likes it because then the portions are very good size. So then
Yeah.
I end up putting the other half of it and
sure.
taking it home.
He gets the
And
leftovers.
that's his lunch when I come home.
Yeah.
And on Wednesday, we had been talking a little bit longer when we were there. And it was like, oh my God, I got to, And I went home and he had just finished eating. He goes, I just ate. I figured you had other things to do. And I said, well, I brought you this. They have their seasonal one. I said, it has fennel in it. He goes, oh, I wish you'd been home. Like, dude, I bring it home every week. You knew it was coming, but I had my acupuncture so that I could be ready to fly and do the rides at Disney without getting seasick, so.
Yeah.
So I had to go to my acupuncture on Wednesday, so he thought I was going to just go straight there to get she's so jealous. She's like, I can't believe you're going somewhere. She had tried to sign up for a hiking. My acupuncture, she's about like this big. She is so tiny. Your typical Chinese little lady, right?
Yeah.
Sweet as can be, Dr. Yang. And she's a traveler. She's got a friend, and I usually travel with my sister a lot. But she's got a friend. They travel everywhere. There's an excuse to get on it, or a conference that she can go to, or a friend can go to. They go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plus, she goes back home to China a couple times a year to visit family. So she hasn't been traveling either since the beginning of the year. And I went to Antarctica. She's going to do it because I said she should. It's wonderful. Anybody should go. And then she's like, I said, well, I need to have, normally she's just been taking care of my arthritis,
Right.
with the acupuncture. And so I said this week, I said, I need you to boost up the seasickness because I'm going to be flying. She's like, where are you going? And I told her, I said, Disney. And she goes, oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a great place. We can go to Disney then. So I think she's going to probably plan a long weekend and get on the plane and go to Disney. My husband's
Awesome.
like, go here inside the States first and then before you go international. So.
Remind me to tell you about my China trip sometime.
Oh yeah, her China trip is. I actually told her that once. I said my friend of mine went to China and broke her leg, and she sort of looked at me and I said, yeah. I said that's why we only go to Grand Cayman together. We go there and we stay put at the resort and we come back because between her and I, one of us is going to get hurt on the trip. And I said, so and I said, and if I went out scuba diving with her or something, I'd probably get eaten by a jellyfish or something. So I don't.
I would be the buoy in the ocean.
Are you a floater?
I'd be a floater. Yeah, I'd float.
We'd be like, another 25 pounds to get her down below.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We actually have her a foot down there, Sue. You doing okay?
Yeah, if I can still breathe. Regular air.
So anyway, but yeah, so she's ready, so rip-roaring and ready to go. She was so jealous because it's not so much she says, it's just the fact that she feels so deprived of being able to go. I mean, she says, I could, she goes, I could get on a plane and go to Seattle and visit a museum or two. You know what I mean? She said, it's just that it's the constant, I shouldn't, or we should watch, or it's that sort of situation. She says, and it's not like, I want to go to Seattle. It's, I want to go to a big place because I can't go to a big place. I mean, I'm the same way. I want to get on a cruise ship and go on a big cruise and get in the ocean and just be out there in the sea and stuff just because I love it. And they're not doing it now. And I think that's part of it. If you say, no, I can't do something, I want to do it.
So like a teenager.
Because we're tweenies.
That's the tween thing again, right?
Thing. We're tweenies. So that's how we are. So Anyway. Other than that, that's my whole week planned up. I got my bags ready. They said I should only take 2 projects, but I think I'll probably take 6. You think that's a good amount?
Yeah.
Whatever.
How long are you going to be there?
5 days.
That's more than a project a day.
Yeah, I know. And
yeah, but you need one specific one just for the plane ride.
Yeah, which I think might
has
be
to be a small one.
I need a
read
smaller
on the plane. I'll read a book on the plane.
And then you have to have at least 2 more after the plane ride
just
one.
Because if I get bored with this.
Get bored with one.
And I'm not going to take this all around with me. I'll take a hat, I think, with me.
Yeah.
I might have to start another hat.
Do you want me to give you the bend and snap pattern? And you could do that.
Maybe I could do the bend and snap. Yeah.
When do you leave?
Snap. Tomorrow.
Oh.
That's okay. I have enough.
Yeah, okay.
I have stuff put together because I think this I couldn't take from part to part. I mean, on the thing because it's too much to worry about.
Yeah.
I'll take like a hat, and you have the orgasm stuff out.
I do. I had to go grab something just to knit on here, and so I grabbed. I'm still like not. I haven't progressed very much farther on this one.
Was that was our very first one?
Yeah. Yeah. You see,
June 28th.
when you have like 26 projects going,
I know if they do get that, and I have to thank everybody here because everybody here in doing this has helped me stay a little more focused.
More monogamous?
I'm not more monogamous.
I'm more monogamous.
I am.
You are.
Yeah.
I get bonus points.
You do. Gosh,
you
I mean,
do.
you did that shawl from top to finish in 2 weeks. I mean, blocked and everything. And for her, that's amazing.
Oh, well, I have my own technique.
Well, the thing is
Everybody should have their own
you would have
technique.
had it done, and then you would have thrown it to Marcia on Tuesday and said, "Hey, Marcia," and then she'd have it back to us by Saturday.
I think you're getting much more proficient at leaving your ends in and blocking and having it all ready to go.
What I found,
I think these guys
are holding you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Give you guys credit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What I found is that
look, there's an SSK.
Stop it. Stop it, Deb.
It's a good thing she's looking at She has to stay between us.
What were you saying?
I do the what is that stuff you wash it in? Eucalyptus. I do that in the bathroom sink. Rinse it out, squish it.
Yeah.
And then I put it in my washing machine and spin it.
Yeah.
And that gets so much of the water out that I can just lay it out on my bed.
And away you go. Yeah.
And I've got a ceiling fan that is on. Mm-hmm. It'll dry in just a few hours.
Yeah.
Something
really
like this. It's the fingering weight. So it really is pretty easy. And, the dog doesn't get up on the bed, so he's safe. And, it works out easy.
Yeah, when I do it, when I do them on the spare bed in the spare bedroom, I have to bring a fan in because that is the only room in my house that doesn't have a ceiling fan.
I
have to bring in my oscillating fan and.
Well, the thing, it does make me.
It's either that or I bring my bed out to the middle of the great room here.
That you could do that. It does make me a little more efficient because I've got to get up, get it rinsed, get it spun, get it laid out on my bed in time.
So that you can go to bed.
For it to get dry so I can go to bed at night.
That's true.
So, but it really does, it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually put mine on mats. I don't spin dry mine. I roll it in towels, then I jump on it.
See, spinning it gets...
Jump on it?
Yeah, you roll it in a towel and then you go...
I like that. I usually...
And believe me, with this kind of pound per pressure, jump on it gets enough out too. I don't have a separate spin cycle on ours.
I don't think I do either. I don't know if I could do just the spin.
I can do just the spin.
I have to take it and tick, 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 tick to the end of the rinse and then...
Yeah, I don't have an old school tick, 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 tick. I got a new freaking electronic one that... Yeah, I don't think I can.
Then I'll keep my washing machine because I do have I can do the spin independent of everything else.
Which is a good thing. And the next one, I might even go that route to do that. Now, even if it's washable and dryable, I still lay it out. I don't
go any further. I just spin.
Yeah, but I mean, even anything that were to say it's super wash, you can wash and dry on low and everything. I still wash it by hand. I still do everything by hand.
I would too.
Oh, if it's
except a hat, I might, but
if it's
but I wouldn't block
super wash.
Hat. You don't block the hats?
I haven't.
Oh, I do.
I put them on my head.
Well, I put them
wet.
On a head.
No.
Yeah, you have. Well, you have to because the yarn,
the fibers.
The fibers will relax and bloom. And then
well, I've got hats that haven't bloomed yet.
Okay, well, you don't have a blooming head.
You're right, I don't.
We have blooming heads.
The yarn blooms.
We have blooming heads.
Blooming idiots, but okay.
I got my share on for you today.
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about the other project that I'm working on
Yeah, I love this one.
because it's for my favorite granddaughter. When you only have one, you can say that.
You sure can.
You sure can.
Yeah, I sure do. Caitlin Marie asked me for a poncho, and I have to confess, it's not going very fast, but it is going. It's out of worsted, which is just feels odd to me. And it's
This is a really small needle for worsted. Seems to me.
that's what they said. I think it's a 5.
On
Or a
worsted?
6.
On worsted? Oof. Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah,
But it's
works.
a really tight knit.
Yeah. It's a very dense fabric.
But it
Well, and she lives in northern Indiana.
northern
Can
So
Indiana.
she's closer
Yeah.
to Chicago,
Show
so
this.
she's
Is
going to
this-
get...
That's the backside. isn't it?
It's reversible,
Oh,
actually.
okay. So
So maybe the title knit will be good for her because then she can stay warmer.
I don't know.
And this is dragon.
The yarn is Dragon Horde, yes. But this is Caitlin. I don't often mention her. I did have a dream about her last night, but it was very odd. I have very odd dreams anyway.
She really does,
Yeah.
and she remembers them. That's
I remember.
the thing
That's
is-
the oddest part, apparently.
yeah.
So
most
people-
of us don't remember our dreams as often as you remember your dreams.
I know.
I think most of
I'm
my
just
dreams
weird.
are weird stuff that I'm working through. Like I always, when I was in nursing, I would dream that I didn't chart a word, and I had to leave, or they picked up all the chart or something. You know what I mean? Even though I had seen everybody, I hadn't written everything down because we were so busy or something, and I got in trouble. I was afraid I was gonna, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to chart, but
Now I dream about. My husband died almost 30 years ago. I was a baby. Anyway, he died, and I have dreams about him that he's living at my house, but he won't pay any of the bills. And I really get angry with him because he's living for free. I'm paying all the bills, and yet he's bringing in a really good income. Last night, he decided he was going to buy like a half dozen trees to put in the yard. My current yard is the size of a postage stamp, but the house we were living in my dream had like an empty lot next door.
so he's going to put trees in
He
it.
was going to put trees in that empty lot, and he paid for them out of his own checking account.
Well, good for him.
And I thought, all right, so I'm going to go get a puppy.
So I'm going to go get a puppy.
I'm going to go get a puppy.
I love, and the detail is what I think is great. I mean, like I said, every once in a while, I may remember an image or I remember something, or I'll wake up thinking about somebody I haven't thought of in 30 years, and they're kind of in the forefront, and you're like, okay, when did I know them? Because I don't remember so much, but in the dream, and it's like so weird.
I can remember a lot of detail, and
But she can't remember which kind of yarn.
but I don't remember which kind of yarn to use.
Yeah.
So maybe
Maybe
I
we
should
need to put
dream
that in your
about it.
dreams.
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe we should pipe
We
into
should
your
pop a
dream,
subliminal.
machine so that we can.
Wait, bye, DK. We can get one of those.
I
signs
thought
on
I
the glass.
did. I thought I did.
Okay, I need to. I need to bring this up because I need recommendations from.
Oh yes, from the staff.
The viewers.
Yep.
The staff?
I need to know what to do with my balls. Okay.
Oh, those little nubby things.
Yeah. She took her blanket apart.
All of my balls. Look at this.
She'd taken her blanket apart, and she was doing 3 together.
Yeah, I was holding 3 together. And I just said, I can't stand it. And so I ripped it apart.
It's a great basket. I like your basket.
That's not
Okay, well, I have a story about the basket, though,
Oh,
because
okay.
I know people will want to know.
See, look how cool this basket is. It's like
These are cool.
And the handle's offset just a little bit, so when you crook it underneath your arm,
it's like really
it's-
cool.
right.
You have enough. It kind of goes backwards.
I don't think that was done on purpose.
But I like that.
I don't recall where I originally
I bet you stole it from your
got
grandmother.
it from, but I do know that its original purpose
It's a great next to the city.
was a doll bed.
Oh, really?
You've had it that
Yeah.
long?
Yes.
Wow.
The original
Cool.
purpose for that little basket was a doll bed, And it went through that, and then it went through.
Gosh, that's
I don't know. Then it
probably has
made its
something
way
else
into
in
a
it.
closet somewhere, and
It probably held socks or mittens or hats.
you
or
know,
something.
it may have had winter accessories in it
Yeah.
at one point in time.
Yeah.
But
you're
at
very
any rate,
efficient and organized and
I have
editable.
all of these balls,
Right.
and it's all Cascade.
Fingering.
Yeah, what is the
Heritage.
220.
Cascade Heritage?
Oh, Heritage.
Sock yarn, in different shades of blue, red, and brown.
Okay.
I was doing a faded blanket in crochet.
Yep.
Thanks. And I was gonna do. I brought it up before. I was gonna do that house.
The
one.
house one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
With the intarsia and their teeny tiny little one, I went, nope, not gonna do that.
Well, maybe someone out there has a cool suggestion for like a fiddle bit blanket or
You know, you could do this shawl.
I can
Wherever it went.
do 20 of these shawls. I have.
Well, that's true.
No, it's going to be a blanket. It's
Oh.
going to be a blanket because I have enough to make at least a lap blanket. But I found one that is kind of like a 9-stitch,
like a
10-stitch,
like
whatever
a,
square
like
one.
a 9 square.
But
The
it's
quilt
on.
patch, like the nine squares on a square.
No. It's like
like a 10-stitch,
you do 10 stitches and then you turn.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, sort of like
Yeah,
a
kinda
log
like
cabin
Colleen's.
type
Colleen's
thing.
making one.
It's kind of like that, but I can't remember if it's on Pearl Soho or Church Mouse, but it's a faded blanket. So you hold 2 strands of fingering at the same time, and you fade them.
I should have just.
I'm going to probably try that and do 1 or 2 squares and see what it looks like, and go from there and see what you guys think.
We'll put it back in the stash yarn.
Well, it'll live in the basket for now.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have another way for me to store my balls.
I store them at Sue's house.
Should I cradle my balls some different way? I don't know. Maybe I should swift them into cakes. Should I swift my balls into cakes? I could.
You could.
I could swift my balls into cakes.
You're going to tie them together?
Well, I would probably put the same colors together.
Or do
Oh, well,
like
that
a
would make
Russian
sense.
join or something like
Yeah,
that.
I would do a
Yeah, just so
invisible
that you
join.
just could go.
But yeah, I would probably. But tell me, I don't know. Can I leave them in balls or should I cake them?
Or
I don't know which way's better.
You should have someone else do the winding of them so that you have no idea which way they go.
No.
Who would be silly enough to do that?
I don't know. Someone
This
might
one right
be.
here would do it. I know darn well she would do that.
So that you would have no idea, and then put one of those covers around it so she would never be able to see
right.
what's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so put your suggestions in, and if you come up with it, or if you have a favorite pattern that might work like that, or because they make those.
I want a blanket.
They
I want a
make
blanket.
the ones where you can do those little squares, like a fiddle bit.
Yeah.
It's the squares, and then you put
Yes.
them together, or you could do.
I don't want to do anything that's complicated.
Well, what if you
There's
did like a
another thing.
ripple one?
That's complicated. You have to think about that. I can't just sit there and knit.
What if you crocheted? Because you can crochet it without thinking. Because once you
Yes,
get
but
your straddle-
but when you do the ripple thing, you're constantly increasing and decreasing, and that you have to think about.
Well, yeah, you have to watch.
You have to pay attention to what you're doing, or you
Well,
flock it up.
Otherwise, all you're going to be doing is just knitting and purling back and forth, or just knitting, and just when you get to a new one, add it on. If it could just be that way. What? I do now.
I have a fiddly bit corner to corner going in crochet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do. Never mind.
Yeah, I have that going in crochet. I'm not looking for a fiddle bit project. I'm looking for a fade blanket.
Okay, so a fade blanket.
Fade.
Right,
I have
you're right. The
3 different colors of
fade.
red, 3 different colors of brown, and 3 different colors of blue.
And yeah, these are, yeah,
Yes. There are 3 different shades of each one.
right.
And I probably have 2 skeins of each color.
And she's got a crochet hook.
Yeah, that's a
And
furl.
Yeah,
This
isn't
is a
that great?
furl hook.
That's a good hook.
Is that a brand?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
amazing.
they're amazing. These are hand turned.
Mm-hmm.
You pick your wood, you
Mm-hmm.
pick the size, and they turn them for you. They're quite spendy.
Yeah, but they're really nice.
But I can attest to this. I have many furl hooks. I'm going to tell you right now, just go with the Odyssey. This is very pretty,
Right.
but if you crochet a lot, these little nubbies down here, they start to irritate, at least me, they irritate my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And their whole thing at furl is to be
Comfortable.
and ergonomically correct and everything. It's a great hook. Don't get me wrong. It's a very great hook. But this does start to irritate my last 2.
Right.
The Odyssey does not at
Okay.
all.
I can
And
kinda
Odyssey
see,
is metal and
depending on how you
composite.
hold and pull and, you know.
I'm not a crocheter, so I'm zoning out over here. Don't mind me. If I start to snore.
her and I do both.
Yeah, and this, when I finally found these, because I was just using your basic,
Yeah.
buy them at the craft store, Joanne, simple ones. And then inevitably I'd go somewhere and you'd be sitting out on the deck and,
Oh,
and
you
you drop it,
drop it,
and
and it
right
goes-
through and you're like,
Mhm.
hey, there it is. Wait.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you're taking a chopstick and putting bubble gum on the end of it so you can try to get it. Mhm.
Yeah, and then you get just to this and you turn it just a little bit too much and it falls back down. So yeah, I spent a lot of summers doing that. So when I found the thicker ones,
that
I was
me?
so
Oh, that
happy
is me.
that you know you could get these. But you're right, because after a while, depending on how you hold it, I could see that. Not so
And I
much my
understand-
fingers. I could
I
probably
understand
the way
the concept because it's
Right.
supposed to kind of sit in between the
Right.
nooks of your hand.
it is, and it would like
But
me. And I have I have baby hands.
Little baby
So-
hands.
yeah.
I do. I have baby hands. I mean,
Well, and
the
they
only
make
thing
these
I
so
can
that you
say
can
is
hold
not
them this
fat.
way or this way.
I don't
So
have
it
fat.
depends on how you're a crocheter, if you crochet
Yeah.
like this or if you crochet like this.
Yeah.
They're great. It's a great company.
Yeah.
Again, not sponsored by Furl, but I'll put a link to them down there because I do recommend them.
They are a good crochet hook.
And I think they have launched better wooden hand turned ones that
No,
don't have any of
anything.
those because that's probably 4 years old.
Yeah.
At least, if not older. Any rate, do we have anything else?
The only thing,
Yeah, we do need to remember to tell them about our announcement.
that's what I was just going to say.
Okay, good.
The only thing that I have yet to announce is that we are approaching 200 subscribers. Thank you all very much. And we will, once we reach 200, we will have a special announcement to thank you all for your subscription and your patience and your obviously sense of humor. So,
Yeah.
do we want to tell them any more than that?
No, I think we'll figure it out. We'll kind of do it on Instagram. and
Well,
it's gonna be.
I think we can tell them that we will have a giveaway.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Okay, good.
We'll have a giveaway at 200. When we
Yes.
reach 200 subscribers on YouTube,
Right.
we'll have a giveaway.
We'll give away.
And she's the smart one that'll tell you
we'll
all about it.
We'll figure out a way.
to figure out a
I
way
don't-
how we get the names.
I am
and
pretty
everything.
sure all of you YouTubers are not over on our Instagram.
Right. so
But
you
I've
might have
also
to.
been a very bad administrator on YouTube, not putting our Instagram link up. So
Oh, okay.
But she'll do that this time.
I'll try to remember to do that.
Try
this
to
time.
remember
Because
this
if you
one.
look at
and us savvy electronic people noticed that and brought it up a couple of times in our staff meeting.
Yeah.
Didn't we? That our administrator.
we did.
Yeah, we did. Didn't you? Did you sweep through that page?
See,
I must have been.
she
been
had a
drinking.
Corona that day.
Yeah, I had a beer that day.
I love those Corona commercials with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah.
He does that so fun. I mean, if that
And
talk
Martha
about laid
Stewart?
back, no, he's out there going, have you ever seen a man rushing with a Corona? And he's just walking down with his smoking jacket on and his hair, and he's like, and his lazy kind of walk away. I mean, I just think Snoop Dogg is pretty cool.
Well, Snoop Dogg and I have things in common.
Yeah, I think Snoop Dogg. Hey, Snoop!
What'd you know? What'd
Snoop
you
Dogg,
think?
like us,
Yeah,
call
you got-
us, and maybe can you come next week? You could
Yeah,
do-
I need,
Oh, yeah.
we need a
it's
special
not-
guest.
So Snoop Dogg, give
would
her
be
a call.
good.
Knock at the door, and she'll let you in.
I would.
And,
I would
and,
let
and
Snoop in.
you can be here, and everybody would be so thrilled, and we'd get well past 200 subscribers then.
If he can hang with Martha Stewart, he can hang with us.
They're pretty good friends, from what I read.
They are,
Yeah,
from what I
I'm
hear.
not sure. Okay. All
I'm
right.
not sure.
Great.
They
yeah.
were on a cooking show together.
Oh yeah,
It was
they
amazing.
do lots of things together.
It was really
They
kind of
do
fun
lots
because
of
it's
things
so
together.
oxymoron. You know what I
they
mean? It's
are
like
polar opposites.
talk about, and
But that's-
she's
that's
got
great.
such a dry sense of humor that she pops out with these comments,
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
like, Martha, you cracked a joke. I mean, it's really good. So,
Yeah.
other than that, and I will try really hard to send pictures to Sue this week so that she can put it on Instagram to show
Of her Disney.
at Disney on Flock Around the
Adventures.
Table, because I have my own and it's D Hilton something, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
And
We'll put 'em
you
on
can
Flock Around the
find me,
Table.
but Flock Around the Table would be the better place to see
Yeah,
when I'm
this
sitting
last-
and knitting at Disney
Yeah,
World.
just remember
and
to take a picture and
on
send-
my little scooter.
You can even just send it on WhatsApp and I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
just send it to
I'll
us
just
on
put
WhatsApp.
it at, and then you
Yeah.
can see my scooter and me out and about knitting at
Yeah,
the
for sure.
parks, and I'll fill
Yeah.
you in on how busy it is, and then
Although you don't need to send as many photos as you did with your San Francisco trip. That got to be a little ridiculous.
And
okay, I have to tell that story. I was in San Francisco with my sister, and I started taking pictures on the hop on, hop off things, where they go around, the guy tells you everything. And I was going to send them a picture of this cool building, and then I thought, well, I won't remember. So I got it, and I thought, well, I'll share it. So
Send
I
it right
started-
now.
So every time we kind of did a stop, or he kind of told us something else, it was like they were on the trip with me. And Jimmy
Every 2 or
even
3
said,
minutes, we were getting another set of 3 or 5 photos
Jimmy
with a
even
description
said,
of
I
what he
haven't
just
been in
went
San
by.
Francisco for years, and now I don't even need to go because
Yeah.
I was
No,
on
I was
the trip
there.
with
you've
you.
ruined all the surprises.
So
Yeah.
there you have it. Yeah, from Patty Hearst's newspaper to the park. It was pretty.
But
I
what you should
enjoyed it.
do is have others take pictures of you
Of you
at various sites.
Hand your phone over and go take a picture.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah.
Or do a selfie.
Or I can just put that.
Your arms aren't
confused-
long enough to do a good selfie, though.
No, and you can't have a stick.
You
Kind
have
of
to
a
go
stick.
up like this.
I'd have
too.
to. Yeah, they don't let you have a stick anymore, so I can't do that. So
They're no good anyway. You don't want to do that because
No.
your phone could drop and break.
Oh yeah, I don't want that
Yeah, I don't
because
want
I do have a tendency to break them. I drop it all the time. So okay, so I'll do that. I'll have someone
Do
show me
selfies.
like sitting in selfies and send pictures out, and then
Yeah.
she can edit what needs to be edited. From
I'll crop Deb out.
that's probably a wise thing
So
because
you see a thumb in the middle of the picture.
I
A
don't.
big emoji face over the top of you.
I don't photograph well. That's why I'm never in a picture, and I don't take pictures. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to it, and it should be a lot of
I think it'll be
fun.
fun.
We could
And-
Photoshop Harley into it.
Yeah, we could.
There we can put Harley on the scooter driving along.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, he'd have a ball. you
Yeah,
know?
Harley is my dog, and if you look at our Instagram,
He's famous on Instagram.
yeah, he's an avid watcher of Flock Around the Table.
Yes, he is. He really is. He's been out in the dog world on www.doggywatchyoutube.com, and he's been out there telling what.
You could tell him that, and he would go, "Huh?"
Now, if I told him that, he would be like, yeah.
Oh, he would.
Because he
And
likes me.
well, he does.
Because I talk to him. So anyway. All right, guys. So anything else? We good?
I think
We're
we're
good.
Totally good.
So it's goodbye from Indiana. Thank you for watching. Hit the bell.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hit the bell for notifications.
And send her things on what she should do for her blanket.
Yeah, for my balls. What should I do with my balls?
And in a couple weeks, we'll have painted bricks all over, and you'll all want to go ahead and do that, and it'll be a great fun thing to see.
And you'll see what I figure out to do with mine.
Yeah, as she kind of gets there.
We'll
see.
With her mismatched yarn.
And Woollsia, maybe at
Woollsia.
our Woollsia will be posted on somewhere.
We'll
post
get Woollsia up on Instagram.
She's got a great deck out here that takes beautiful pictures, so we'll kind of do that and see what happens. It's amazing.
It's honking big.
It is
sure
big.
is honking big.
This is probably
You're impressed, aren't you?
This is probably verging on 9 feet.
Oh yeah, because look, I'm way out of here. So
Yeah. So anyway,
This is
and
3.
stay healthy, and don't forget to watch us next week. We are so appreciative of your viewership.
this has just made us. It makes our
Oh,
week.
yeah.
We are just having a ball with this because we so miss being together at the yarn shop. You know, and this just gives us a chance to.
This is us at the yarn shop, by the way. This
Yeah,
is
it is.
exactly the way we are at the yarn shop.
Yeah.
With Deb talking from out of the camera.
Out of camera range. That's what we should do. You should just record yourself, and we'll just put you in next week. We don't need to see you. We could just hear you.
Listen to you.
Of course, everybody should phone a friend.
You guys have a good week.
Bye, guys. Take care. Love you.
Bye.